Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome to another Madden 13 online game. But today, I'm not going to talk about the game at all, except for at the end a little bit, but not at all. I'm not even looking at the game right now, the gameplay. I'm looking at GarageBand right now, because if I do look at the game, I will not talk about what I want to talk about today. Because I'll just, by habit, I'll talk about the game. I feel like I always have to talk about something that's going on in the game, explain something, try to cover as much as possible, and you know, I can never just talk about stuff straight up because, you know, I just so badly want to just talk about what's going on. So, I'm prohibiting myself from looking at what's going on. But, today what I do want to talk about, just me and YouTube in general, right? Just a lot of stuff like, to get to know me a little bit, know some stuff, how my channel's grown and all that. And this is something I promised to do when I got 5,000 subscribers. I said I was going to do it. And I said I was going to do it in a full game, and that obviously never happened. That full game ended up being the Packers and Niners game, that crazy game that went down to like a 2-point conversion at like the last second and all that. That was that game, and yeah, I obviously didn't cover anything about that, but you know, like YouTube, how do I say this? Okay. Like, commentating is something I like to do before I did YouTube. Now I'm done stuttering like a freaking idiot. But, commentating is something I like to do before YouTube. It's just like, I don't know, like, I watch NASCAR a lot. And, like, since I was young, I watched NASCAR. Since 2003, I watched it. So that's been, like, what, 10 years now ago? I started watching it full time, and you know, I always like watching them commentate and stuff, and I always had my Hot Wheel cars, and I'd always race them around, pretend it's like NASCAR, and I'd always commentate what's going on, like, oh, here comes the yellow Honda coming to take the lead, and I don't know, just something I love to do, and it just stuck with me through all these years, and eventually, you know, I watched YouTube a little bit. I didn't watch that much people on YouTube. And I was watching commentaries and stuff like that. I was like, you know, let me try something real quick. And I started off with Mario Party videos, as some of you guys may know. Most of you guys may not know, but if you check my early history, I started off with Mario Party videos, not Madden, nothing close to Madden, Mario Party. And that was something else, because you had to commentate like a whole 40-minute game. It was like 15 turns, and it's like, it took forever. You had to cover every little thing, and sometimes you just had to talk about stuff to pass time by. And that was kind of hard to do at first, since I was new to commentating, and I did that for about, you know, a few months. And I also did live streams. If you guys didn't know, you guys don't know actually, I used to do a few live streams before I started live streaming. Now that I have live streaming abilities, but I used to live stream way before. It wasn't in good quality or anything, but just me and a few people were in there. I play games like Banjo-Tooie, if you guys know that's for Nintendo 64. I played Super Meat Boy. Oh god, dude, anyway, play Super Meat Boy. That game is frustrating as hell, man. And just, you know, games like that, it was fun for me, you know, just to do the live stream and stuff like that. So, you know, I had the background to it before. And then, July 2011, I got my PVR, my HD PVR. And I did that because, you know, I figured that, you know, you probably need to have better like, if you have better quality, you have a better chance of getting subscribers, put it that way. I mean, you know, your content can be good enough, but the quality does matter a lot. So I was like, okay, instead of capturing in 480, let's go 720, baby. Let's go 720. Let's take it up to the next level. And me having a MacBook, it was hard to find a capture card that was compatible with Macs, but thankfully the Hotbog was kind of compatible, because you had to get a third-party source to get it going, but it works for my MacBook, thankfully. But I did that, and I was gonna continue to do Mario Party and stuff like that. But I was like, you know what? Let me do Madden, because Madden is a game I had fun with for a few years. Unlike most commentators, I haven't been playing Madden for 10 years. I've only started playing since Madden 08, and you know. So I played those games a little bit. First time I really played online was Madden 10. I played quite a few online games in that. Madden 11, I kind of took a break. I only played like 15 online games, and then Madden 12, I was like, let me record my Madden games and see how that goes. And that's what kind of wacky idea. Let me see how that goes, right? And oddly enough, it actually worked. I actually put up a test video. I was testing my PVR. I wanted to test my Xbox and see how the quality was instead of on the Wii. And I did that. I was like, if I get one like, I said, like 1 or 2 likes, I'll be like, alright, I'll do this. And I got like 3 likes in the video. I was like, alright, let's roll, baby. And it went on from there. And I don't know how, but I started getting subscribers. I was just putting out videos, you know what I mean? And part of the reason why I got these random subscribers without even really trying is because the Madden community was not that big at the time, you know? There was this guy named The Artiste. I kind of watched him. I didn't like his commentaries that much. I just liked watching Madden games. There was Dragon Force or franchise or something like that, and he used to do games. He never had commentaries on them, but he just had music going in the back. And I liked watching those. I watched like at least 50 of that dude's videos, if not more. And then of course Duke the Killer, he kind of sprung on the scene. And after watching him, I was like, you know what? Let me try Madden. And you know, there were, like I said, there were not that much people doing Madden. So I got quite a few subscribers, and I was doing videos every 2 to 4 days instead of the daily thing I'm doing now. More and more like in the 4-day range. You know what I mean? And as I got more subscribers, I was like, you know what? I think I could roll with this Madden stuff instead of doing the Mario Party and all that stuff. So I was like, all right, I like doing this Madden. Madden's a fun game for me, always has been. So I kept on doing that, and what do you know? I just started taking off. You know, from my first video I put out on the 16th of September. You know, there's a lot of milestones, and you know, there's a few early milestones I had, like the Steelers game. I'm sure you guys probably won't remember this. Only my old subscribers remember this. The Steelers game that I had, that was like I think it was called Crazy Finish gameplay and stuff like that, where Mendenhall came out the backfield, got a touchdown with like 11 seconds left. That's one of my most watched videos from Madden 12. There's the Tebow time video, not even like the greatest game I ever put up, but it has the most views for Madden 12 for me. That came out in like November, and the franchise I tried to start up in December, that was a fail because there's a reason why I don't do online franchises, by the way. Like this stuff, I tried to do one open lead to subscribers, but people came in and they would trade all the good players. Like all the good players on the Saints got traded to the Steelers team for all the bad players in the Steelers team. So I was like, no, I can't do this. Cause it happened twice, and I was like, all right, I can't do this. But so slowly but surely, during this time, I got quite a few subscribers. Like by I think the end of January, January 2012, I had 500 subscribers. You know, and before I started, I had about like I want to say 70. So I just randomly got to 5,000 subscribers in 4 months. So that's pretty good work. You know what I mean? For me, I wasn't even putting in as far less than I put in now to get that much subscribers at that time. You know, it was pretty big, and I didn't even get help from anybody. You know what I mean? I didn't communicate with any, what do you call, commentators and stuff like that. I never talked to any of them. I never really knew them. I never really followed videos. Even while I was doing the commentaries at first, I never watched anybody's videos except for Duke. That's the only person I was subscribed to. And yeah, and
from the shotgun. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
Alright, so I got interrupted for a second, but back to what I was saying. Actually, no, let's hop into a new subject here for a little bit. You know, I started playing a little bit of subscribers. You know what I mean? I played some subscribers. They didn't have that much. They were asking me for games and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I even put a video with my gamer tag in it, and still not that much people hit me up. Now, of course, I get messages almost every day to play games, and I can't even get back to all of them. Before that, I blatantly put my gamer tag in a video, I think, and I got not that much requests. There's this guy on TMC Innocent. We played a snow game on Christmas. That was a really sick game. I came back from like 2 scores down. Tony Romo ran out the pocket. All kinds of crazy stuff was going on. That was a snow game on Christmas. That started my tradition of doing snow Christmas games with subscribers. And I did that again this year with Shumpert. That was another crazy game with Brady and Brady and Rodgers. That was a good game. And you know, I did the Super Bowl game with the Giants and Patriots. That was another tradition I did. I asked subscribers to play, and I put up the game of Fallen. That was a really good game that went to overtime. Me and Fallen both played great, and pretty good defensive game too. And you know, just meeting some of you guys to play games is so cool to me. And I'll get into that more later. I'm just going through a few like how my channel's growing over a little bit. So I'll get back to the subscriber part later, because I got some stuff to say about you guys. You guys are the best. But anyways, after that Super Bowl, the odd thing is I kind of leaped away from YouTube. You know, after the Super Bowl, I did like a video every 4 or 5 days and stuff like that. And then in March, I disappeared without saying anything. I know, I promised myself, if I were to ever go away from YouTube, I would at least let you guys know why. But I disappeared straight up. You know what I mean? My channel was doing good, it was growing, and I disappeared. And I don't know, I just wanted to take a break from Madden for like a whole month. I just couldn't play the game that much. Like, I had enough of playing that game. And for some reason, I just didn't feel like doing YouTube either. But after a while, you know, at that time, I started watching guys like GoldenSports and a few guys like that. GoldenSports, iMav, and yeah, I watched iMav pretty early, actually. Like, when his channel first started off, it had like 500 something subscribers, that's when I started watching him. I didn't subscribe to him right away, but I was watching him pretty early. So yeah, I think it was just GoldenSports and iMav at the time. And you know, that was like, that kind of motivated me to get back into doing it. I was like, you know, let me get back into this YouTube stuff. And Duke. So I did that. And you know, we were rolling once again. As soon as I started doing it, I started having a lot of fun. I was like, damn, why did I stop for a whole month? I had a whole month I could have gained a bigger fan base and stuff like that. Instead, I just randomly stopped. And at that point, the Madden community started to take off a little bit. So I'm looking at GoldenSports, who has about 4,000 subscribers. I'm like, holy hell, how does this guy have 4,000 subscribers? You know what I mean? Of course, now I have over 4,000. GoldenSports has over 20,000. I'll get to that too later, but yeah. So I'm like, damn, how? Like, I gotta try to get to that one day. I want to get to that one day. And you know, as I'm doing the videos and stuff like that, I'm making these videos really randomly at the end of May. Like, I think May 30th, I think it was. Like, I actually had these dates down. Yeah, May 30th. I got a message from someone from Yeousch telling me to, asking me if I wanted to be partnered with them. Straight up. I didn't talk to Yeousch. I didn't even know what Yeousch wasn't for the most part. You know what I mean? But I got a message from someone. I guess they're like scouting for people, and they just hit me up and they're like, okay, do you want to get partnered? And I'm like, it took me 2 days to respond to them. I was kind of like looking up what Yeousch wasn't on. I'm like, hell yeah, baby. As soon as I respond, we get into the we had a Skype call, and it was like, it's funny because the Skype call I was in, it was me, PitchBlackChaos, and Bino from the Madden Lab. I'm sure you guys don't really know who Bino is, but he's from the Madden Lab channel. And it's funny, me, PBC, and he were all in the call. So there was 3 of us all getting partnered at that time with Yeousch. It was a Skype call. We just had to go over stuff. But yeah, all of a sudden, boom, I'm partnered. You know what I mean? I wasn't even looking to get partnered. I didn't think I had enough subs or stuff like that to get partnered. All of a sudden, bang, I'm partnered. Like, I wasn't a partner right away, of course. It took me a little bit to get, you know, fully partnered, get my channel stuff. It's a lot of stuff to explain, but yeah, I was up with Yeousch. And then right after that, like a few days after that, I got this message from this guy named Chappy asking me if I wanted to play Madden. I'm like, who is this guy? So I check out Chappy. Dude has about, I want to say he had about 1,000 subs at the time. And if you know now, Chappy has about like 8,000 subs. This is what I'm saying. The Madden community was pretty small back then. And even 1,000 is pretty big, you know what I mean? But still, compared to how much he has now. But yeah, he asked me if I wanted to get a game, and I was like, sure. You know, this is a cool idea, playing a fellow subscriber and a fellow commentator. This is cool. So me and Chappy played. I almost beat him too. As good as Chappy was, I wasn't even the greatest back then, but I almost beat Chappy. He got me on like a late drop play or something. But I played Chappy, and then right after that, Cole messaged me. Cole World, he messaged me. I never knew who Cole was. I didn't know who Chappy was. I didn't know who Cole was. Cole messaged me. He's like, yo, let's get a game in. He sent this like very Cole-esque message. He's like, yo, what's up? Let's play a game, bro. So I was like, all right, we played the game. Cole like pretty much whipped my ass in that game. And then over time, I started playing more commentator stuff like that. I played Addy. Addy hit me up. So I still didn't ask anybody for games. Addy hit me up. I'm not even sure I heard Addy at the time. But by then, you know, after we played, I was subscribed to him and stuff like that. Me and GoldenSports, we played like in the middle of the night one time because I think he was in one of Cole's parties. Cole invited me, and then GoldenSports, oh, let's get a game in. I was like, all right, I'll get the game in with GoldenSports. And then me and Addy played again another night. We had like some crazy ass games. I won one of them, almost won the other. And yeah, I was like, all right, this is cool. I like playing these commentators and stuff. And but I was getting a lot more subscribers. I hit 1,000 subscribers like the day after me and Chappy played, and he put the video up because I got about like 50 something subs in one day from his channel. And the amount of people that just went from his channel to mine, so I was like, damn, thanks Chappy. I like this networking thing we got going on here. And plus it's just cool to talk to guys who are doing the commentating stuff because you can relate to them a lot. You know what I mean? And plus, you know, the guys in the Madden community who are doing these commentators, they're really cool guys. You know what I mean? You guys, a lot of you guys know Chappy, Addy, GS, all them cool people. And you know, and eventually the next step for me was getting partnered, which I did get partnered in like late July. Finally got partnered up with Yeousch, and that was big for me because, you know, now I'm a YouTube partner. Like, I didn't really see this one coming. All of a sudden, I'm a YouTube partner. I'm making money off of YouTube and stuff like that. You know what I mean? People won't talk about that, and they'll be like, you know, I'm doing this for the subs. I'm doing this for all this. You know what? Like, anybody who says that is lying. I do this stuff for you guys, obviously. Like, I love entertaining you guys. It's something I really love doing. But I'll be lying to you. I said the money. This will motivate me just a little bit. Alright, just a little bit. If not a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like, making money off of doing YouTube videos is pretty damn cool. I'm not gonna lie. And, you know, I guess it's just a talent I have commentating, you know what I mean? But the thing is, I don't even know, like, why are you guys subscribed to me? This is a, I don't know if I'm gonna ask any more questions, but right now, if you're watching this video, if you're gonna comment, just you leave whatever comment you want, and just answer me this one question. Why are you subscribed to my channel? What do you like about my content? Not I'm just saying this now. I just want to know from you guys. I never really asked you guys before. Everybody just subscribed to me, like, you know what I mean? You subscribe to Addy, he's a really good player, stuff, he's a funny dude. GS is like, he's got catchphrases out the butt. iMav, like, he's the raging, I don't even want to be racist or anything, but like, I'm just saying, he's like the raging black guy. Same with Koopa, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just keeping it real, right? That's what's up. If you guys get mad at me saying that, then you can't handle the truth, right? But what do you call? So I got partnered, and that was right before Madden 13 came out, so that was pretty cool. And by then I already expanded my repertoire of doing stuff. I started doing live commentaries and stuff like that. I was playing people like Godstumps. I hit up Godstumps. We got a game in and stuff like that. And you know, next step was Madden 13, and I got the Madden 13 early release because I was like, you know what, I'm doing this YouTube stuff. Well, let me try to do this early release thing. You know, maybe put out some videos, get some views from people who, you know, don't have the full game yet and stuff like that. And that worked out really, really well because for the right reason and the wrong reasons. The first full game of Madden 13 online I played, I ended up breaking my controller. That video ended up being a hit. Got like 10,000 views in the first day I put up. I'm like, god damn. And then the next video I put up after that, once again Tebow, that's my most watched video on YouTube right now. Like 90,000 views, which is a ridiculous ass amount of views. Let me tell you. Even like for me, like I'm not even. Man, that was a bad voice crack, but yeah, I'm talking so long, but what do you call? Oh man, that was bad though. But yeah, that like 90,000. That's a lot of views for a guy like GoldenSports. You know what I mean? Let alone me. So that's cool to have that video have so much views, and my channel really took off once Madden 13 started because by then you know, I got like a ton of subscribers per day, ton of views. I had like 1,300 before Madden 13 started, and that was late August. Now I have 5,700. I hit 2,000 by like mid-September, 3,000 by mid-October, 4,000 by mid-November. I was on a roll, you know what I mean? And it's just growing so. It was so fast for me. I didn't even like have time to sink it in. All right, it didn't sink into me until I want to say mid-November, because like, how do you handle going from 1,300? It took me a year to go from like 70 to 1,300. Then it takes me like 4 months to go up another 4,000 subscribers. Like what? Like, and you know, and I don't know what to say. It's just so overwhelming. I don't know what to say. I've had this video planned for a whole month, and I still don't know what to say. So like, how blessed I am to be put in this position in a way. You know what I mean? Like, blessed. That might not be the best word. People might be like, oh, goddamn, this is Ray Lewis shit all over again. But no, like seriously though, like I'm just so fortunate to be in a position like this where this is something I love to do, and you guys like there's people who love watching me do it, and it's a perfect match. I really don't know what to say. This is just so damn cool that I gotta do this. And I also expanded my range. I started doing 2K videos. Started doing the Denny Tice series. I've been playing 2K series for like since 2K11, even later. And I started Madden. I was doing the My Player, so I'm like, you know, let me try this for YouTube. I watched Smooth. I basically watched Chris Smooth. That was it. And K-Spade. And I started watching QJB not that long ago, and Air Jones. But it was mainly just Chris Smooth I was watching. So I was like, all right, this is cool. I could do this, and that's going all right. You know, I mean, it doesn't get as much views as the Madden videos, obviously, since I'm a Madden guy. But still though, doing those 2K videos is fun for me. You know what I mean? There's a few people who like watching 2K videos out there. Not more than a few, but you know what I'm saying? Like compared to the Madden fan base. But you know, that 2K thing, it's growing. I really did not know that much about the My Player stuff, and I started learning more about it as I went on. I got better. I had some really good games, like the overtime game against Nash and the Lakers that we lost, unfortunately. The game winner against OKC, that's been my most watched 2K video by far. And yeah, stuff like that has just been really cool. But now look at the calendar. I'm done talking about stuff. Cause look where I am today. Now we're at February 6th, I should say, actually. And now we're like at about 5,700 subscribers, 5,700, whichever way you want to say it. Over 1.5 million views on YouTube. That's freaking ridiculous, man. And yeah, that's just where we are right now. So let's see. Next up, let's talk about me playing the game of Madden itself real quick here, because if you watch my early videos, I had a quote on this, that I run verticals once every at least 3 plays. Just play verticals. If no one can stop it, then you know they can't stop it. I'm a beast because I run that play. I have the greatest offensive play calling of all time. Now I'll get smashed if I do that. You know what I mean? And people would just be like, "What the hell are you doing?" And you know, my users were god awful on defense, and you know, I was really not that as good as I thought I was at Madden. And I just gotten so much better. Now I'm still getting better today. You know what I mean? I started getting better as I started doing the YouTube stuff. I remember I spent a straight hour practicing against the computers. I had Lawrence Timmons. I was practicing against like an up and in route that the computer was running. I let them run the same play for a straight hour, just practicing how to bait the computer into throwing it to me. And I got a few user picks, and I started getting better at it. You know what I mean? And that's just what it takes sometimes, practice. But yeah, I just got better and better at it over time. Now I'm watching these YouTube videos. I'm watching, especially Chappy. Chappy's probably the guy I've learned by far the most from as far as YouTube. I've learned quite a few stuff from watching Addy stuff, GoldenSports, offensive stuff. Defensively, you don't learn stuff from GoldenSports. Offensively, you know, you learn a lot. You can learn a lot from GoldenSports. But yeah, and I just got better at the game eventually, and now I'd say I'm pretty good. I got like 830 something skill points right now. I'd say I'm pretty good at the game, you know. But of course I can still get better. And let's see, what's there to talk about next? Let's talk about some of my fellow commentators here, because or the Madden community in general. Let me say that, because as I said before, the Madden community was pretty small when I started, and now as you look at it, you know, it's way bigger than it was. Way bigger than it was when I started doing it. Alright, let me tell you. Way bigger. Because now, like I said, that GoldenSports, when I said, wow, the dude has 4,000 subscribers, now I have 5,000 subscribers, but GoldenSports still has over quadruple the amount of subscribers I have. You know, I mean, but still, like, that dude has a lot of subscribers, damn it. Him and iMav Duke has over 30,000, I think. I'm not sure, that might be wrong, but Chappy has a ton. Koopa has like 14,000. Addy just hit 6K, and it's like, damn, like, this community is continuing to grow, and the NFL is a popular sport. Madden is going to be a popular game for you. I think it boosted in sales this year, so Madden's starting to become more popular. It might not be the 2K community. I know, like, Chris Move is like freaking. Chris Move was kind of like the what do you call? He paved the way for those guys. He was doing stuff since way back. For Madden, there was nobody that really paved the way. If anything, Duke and like Madden Moment 7 were like the guys that paved the way for the Madden community, barely. Because now they don't even do that much videos. Well, Duke does sometimes. But Madden Moment's like kind of like retired. And now it's like, you look at the guys like GoldenSports and stuff who started kind of around the same time I did almost. And they were the guys that paved the way, you know what I mean? And it's got, so we know the Madden community is not, it's not even at its peak yet. Not even at its peak. It's growing, and it's cool. And one reason why it's growing, because there's so much great people in the Madden community. Let me tell you, like, GoldenSports is probably like the top guy when you think about the, I mean, I think iMav has more, like, about like 5,000 more subscribers than him, maybe 10,000. Numbers are just rounded off the top of my head. But yeah, like, GoldenSports has like a ton of subs too, but like, you know, when you think of the leader, GoldenSports is that vocal leader. He's the guy who's doing Madden videos every day, you know what I mean? And you know, that dude is probably like, but like the biggest role model, I should say. Yeah, the biggest role model for me, as far as in this Madden community and stuff like that, on YouTube in general. Because he's such a hard worker, man. How can you not respect GoldenSports? He's hard working. He's one of the nicest guys you'll meet. He's doing everyday videos. He was doing his job. Like, he was doing so much. And he does so much for the community and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I don't know if he's just a born leader. I don't know if he's a born leader in real life or stuff. But in Madden, you love talking to GS. You know what I mean? He's a cool dude. And definitely earned everything he's got by far, you know. Like, he's such a cool dude, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm running out of shit to say, dude. I'm trying to think of stuff here. I had more stuff to talk about Golden Sports, I swear, but I kind of forgot. I'm drawing a blank now, but you know, he's really a cool dude. I probably have all these guys' links in the description and stuff like that. If you guys don't know him, like, yeah, check him out and stuff. Like, Golden Sports recently said he was quitting his job to do his YouTube stuff. Like, he's such a cool guy. I can't even be mad at him. Like, the success he's having, you know, you might envy someone. I can't even be mad at the guy. I'm really, really happy for someone like him to have that much success. You know what I mean? And if you watch his video that he did about the life changes, like, that's a truly touching video. Because, you know, I'm like, damn, I want to get this dude a hug. No homo, you know what I mean? I want to get this dude a bro hug real quick. I like, damn it, man. So happy for him. But you know, some other guys like that are like AdiCards is probably the guy that inspired me to like comment on as much comments as possible on YouTube videos, because he comments back to pretty much everybody possible, even himself sometimes probably. I don't even know, but that dude was commenting back to everybody. At the time, I didn't even comment back to that much people. I didn't even get that much comments on my videos compared to how I get now. And I'm looking at this dude comment back to everybody like, what? Like, I'm slacking, man. I better be commenting back to everybody, or else I'm just slacking. Look at this dude commenting to everybody. And AdiCards, you know, one of the funniest guys you'll see on YouTube. Dude is hilarious. He comes up with his like tons of funny ass like phrases and stuff. You know, he's just like a walking phrase box. He just makes up phrase box. That's stupid. But he just anything that comes out of his mouth is probably funny. You know what I mean? And you know, he's a pretty nice dude. You know what I mean? Like, he kind of depicts himself as like the goon of Madden. You know what I mean? The goon of YouTube and stuff like that. But he's like a nice dude still. You know what I mean? He's cool and everything. And they got that whole goon squad stuff. Like Cole's cool. It's cool to have someone that's younger than me in this Madden community, because out of all like the big commentators and stuff like that, like, as far as people that have more subscribers than me, like, I'm not really sure there's anybody that's actually younger than me. You know what I mean? Because I'm 18, and, you know, Golden Sports, Chappy's still in college, but he's still older than me. Koopa's definitely not 18. iMav's definitely not 18. Duke is definitely not 18. MaddenMastermind definitely not 18. Actually, I might even be past MaddenMastermind. But, yeah. Anyways, iMav, like I said, actually, no, hold on. Cole, you know, me and Cole, we played quite a few games and stuff like that. I talked to him quite a few times. Cole is just a really cool dude. He's funny to listen to when he rages, not gonna lie. You know, he's just a cool dude to be around. There's a reason why, like, people are hanging out with this random ass 16-year-old dude. You know what I mean? Like, Cole's just a chill dude, and he's always got something to say too. It's pretty good to listen. He's pretty good to listen to. And yeah, that's Cole. There's iMav. I never talked to iMav before, but I might as well mention him quick because he did give me a shout out. Like, in one of his commentator spotlight stuff, he gave me a shout out. So, you know, thanks to him. I had to have gotten subscribers from him for that. So, you know, probably still getting it to this day with the amount of people he has. Probably got like one guy who came like, oh, I watched his Madden 12 video and subscribed to you. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, so thanks to iMav for doing that, I guess. You know, I'd never talked to him in my life, and he just randomly put me up there. So, you know, something he definitely didn't have to do. Looking out for the community and stuff like that. That's cool of him. And then, you know, there's guys like PBC. Like I said, I didn't even play PBC either before. Never, you know, he has PS3, so it's hard to play him. He's playing an Xbox right now, so I better get the game with him. But we met through the Yeousch call pretty much, and you know, I subscribed to him. I was like, oh, okay, this guy's pretty good. And he's like really damn good. He's like AdiCards got them's good. You know what I mean? And yeah, you know, PBC, he's just a cool dude. I mean, we haven't played, but you know, we'll comment on each other's videos and stuff like that. Talk through YouTube and stuff like that. He's a cool dude. And then Thumbs, speaking of Thumbs, I hit him up first, and you know, me and Thumbs, we don't talk that much, but I mean, he's still a cool dude. We're cool and stuff like that. I'm subscribed. All these people I'm talking about subscribed to, by the way. And you know, Thumbs is another guy I learned a few stuff from, by the way. Thumbs, you know, you never check Thumbs out. Dude's an absolute freaking monster at this game. Him and PBC both, like, they're both like top 100 level opponents and stuff like that. And then this guy's like RouteCombo I didn't meet until this year, actually, because I remember I met him through a party or something like that with Cole and Addy. He's part of the whole Goon Squad thing, and me and RouteCombo played a few games. RouteCombo definitely a cool dude, you know what I mean? I heard about RouteCombo, I'm like, alright, he's a cool dude, you know? I subscribed to him. He's pretty damn, like, good with the he's Madden savvy. That's all I want to say. He's Madden savvy. Like, he knows all the ins and outs of the games, you wouldn't even believe it. And then, you There's also Forrest. Forrest is also part of the Goon Squad thing, I think. And me and Forrest is a funny dude. And you know, we played a few games and stuff like that. Forrest, you know, he's just a cool dude. All these guys are just cool, you know what I mean? All these guys good. I don't want to say friends, because friends is kind of like a strong word to say. And that's kind of what I talk about next, because like we're like, you know, you have the Goon Squad, you got the MaddenMastermind crew and stuff like that. Everybody's all like in their own clique and shit like that. And then there's Cookie Boy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a part of a clique. I'm just me. That's the way it's always been. I'm just me. And it's not on purpose, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I just don't like to network with people and stuff. It just happened. Like, everybody just clicked and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh, what's up, guys? And I'm looking around. Where do I go? You know? But that's just me. You know? That's just me. I'm pretty shy. You guys wouldn't believe this, considering I do commentators all over the internet. I'm like talking every single millisecond, trying to cover stuff. But I'm really shy person in like real life. You know what I mean? Like, normally when I'm with a group of people, I'm definitely not the conversation starter of the like group or anything. I'm just sitting there chilling. You know what I mean? That's just me. And you know, sometimes you get left flat-footed, and that's actually a joke, because I actually have flat feet. That's actually a pretty bad damn pun for a joke. But you know, you get left flat-footed, and all of a sudden everybody's got their MaddenMastermind crews and their Goon Squads and shit like that. And then you got, okay, I'm just here chilling. So I don't got, you know, the random people to pull with, like the friends off of Madden or stuff like that. But hey, it's cool with me. I kind of isolate myself sometimes too. I'm shy, but I also isolate myself on purpose. Sometimes I just like being by myself. You know what I mean? Doing this YouTube stuff, I'm doing this by myself. That's kind of creepy, talking to a laptop. But I don't know. That's just me. Like I said, not on purpose. I'm sure I love to like be part of like Goon Squads and MaddenMasterminds and Madden, whatever the hell they call it. But stuff like that. But you know what? It's all good. It's stuff are meant to happen for a reason, the way it works, and I'm the Cookie Boy crew, damn it. I'm a one-man machine, and the biggest part for me is that I don't have any enemies. That's the biggest part for me, because I do not handle people not liking me at all well. Like, I really don't. Like, it will bother me mentally. I mean, I can handle like people trolling on YouTube. That's just like baby shit, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you suck, you're not good at Madden. Like, okay, that's cool. I know I'm not the best at Madden, but I really don't care about that dude's opinion, you know what I mean? Like, I play Madden for fun. I really don't care if I'm not the greatest player that has ever played Madden. But for the most part, you know, I don't really get that much of those comments. Everybody's just cool, and of course that's by design. Like I said, I really do not like being disliked. I by far never got into a commentator beef and stuff like that, and that's just the way I am. Like, I'm an easy person to like, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to dislike me. And I'm not just like boasting myself. That's just the way I cannot handle it when people like dislike me and stuff like that. So I try to make my allies, you know what I mean? And you know, I'm cool with all those guys. Like I said, GS, Addy, Thumbs, Forrest, any like Uschebag. I didn't even talk about Uschebag, my bad. But yeah, I probably skipped through a few people. But yeah, I'm just cool with all those people, and that's just the way that is. But I might as well talk about Uschebag real quick. But because he's someone else. He messaged me asking me for a game. That's when I got quite a few subs. He only had about like 200 something. This is before he deleted his channel. By the way, I had like 800, I don't even know, maybe 1,000. He asked me for the game. We had a pretty good game. Me and Uschebag, we played quite a few times. We have quite a few good games. All of our games come down to the wire for some reason. And Uschebag, you know, it's a cool dude. You know, sometimes I chill with him. I chill, like, I'm party hopping, man. Sometimes I'll be with the Goon Squad and their party every once in a while. Sometimes I'll be with Uschebag's party. And yeah, that's cool stuff. I met DC. That's like Uschebag's best online friend, I guess you could say. And DC definitely a cool dude as well. DC471, that's the full thing. And yeah. Oh, by the way, I didn't even talk about Streak. Hold on, Streak. That's another one of the guys that was out there early in the Madden community. I was subscribed to Duke and Streak early, not just Duke. Streak 227. He used to put up videos. He was one of the only guys doing it. You know what I mean? And he was actually like one of the reasons why I got the HD PVR. I looked at his stuff he was doing. And I was like, this thing is pretty cool. I could record Madden and stuff like that, and stuff from my Xbox. I could get this hot dog thing, so I got that. And you know, Streak's cool. We never played until this year though, which was kind of weird because we were on each other's friends list for a while. We didn't even know it. And then we eventually got the games, and Streak's cool. You know, He's got a new channel, Elite Press. I'm not sure why he went to a new one, but it's cool nonetheless. And yeah, trying to see if there's anything else I can really say here. I think I'm set. The only thing I want to say is though, I'm a really nice person. Like I said, I just like making my allies and stuff like that. I just like chill. I just like being chill. I can't handle the stress. Like I just don't stress myself out. You know what I mean? I just don't like stressing myself out. Just live life, man. Just live life. But when I play Madden, that's definitely what I'm meanest. When I'm playing any video games, that's definitely what I'm meanest. I don't curse much in real life, but when I'm playing video games, I will curse like a freaking sailor, man. I will curse my ass off. But as evidenced by the full game, some of those full games, man, I'll go off. But yeah, so don't be surprised if you're playing me and I might just get really mad, you know what I mean? Might just hop out the mic real quick. But and it's basically all I gotta say about, you know, my YouTube journey and all that stuff. And cheers to the future, you know what I mean? I always like telling this, people like GoldenSports or AdiCards or like Cole or stuff, they get a milestone amount of subscribers. I'll be like, congrats again, 3,000, cheers to the next 3,000. You know what I mean? Just looking forward to the future. Like I said, Madden community not near its peak yet. We're still growing, and you know, let's just keep growing this, man. That's what I'm saying. Let's just go, man. Let's go. And yeah, this is cool. And you know, YouTube definitely is gonna be here to stay for years to come. Like Google is an absolute monster right now. Like Google's a freaking giant. So you know, YouTube's not falling apart under the Google umbrella. So YouTube's definitely something cool. But before I do end though, one more thing. The subscribers themselves. I haven't even talked about you guys yet. I'm talking about me, myself, and these other commentators stuff. But what about you guys? What about the guys that make my channel? You guys are the guys that make my channel. Alright? I'm nothing without you guys. And that's kind of the way it is with corporate business, you know? McDonald's isn't McDonald's without the customers. I'm not Cookie Boy 7. Okay, that's McDonald's sells cookies, damn it. That was not meant to be any sort of pun, but you know, I'm not Cookie Boy 17 without you guys, you know? Well, actually kind of am, but now I'm just persona Cookie Boy 17. I'm supposed to be Jonathan, but now I'm Cookie Boy 17 because of you guys. But yeah, you know, you guys are just, I love reading you guys' comments. You guys ever want to leave a comment? Leave a comment on the video. I love reading. If I don't get back to you, I at least read all these comments. And it's definitely some, like, these comments make me so happy, man. Like, I could sit and read these comments all day. You know what I mean? I may not be able to get back to you every single day, but I could sit and read these comments all day, man. And I just love interacting with you guys. It's so much fun, man. I've met so much cool people through doing subscriber games, which is why I love doing, asking you guys just if you guys want to do a subscriber game. I just like, there's some people I mentioned like TMC, and it's hard. It'll be really hard to give out shoutouts because I've met so much people. So much cool people that are just straight up subscribers. But yeah, I hate to do shoutouts because that's gonna take a while. You know, there's guys like Brandon, the Great, Joker Stud. You know, some guys who leave comments on almost every video. Even guys who don't, like, even if you're the guy that never leaves comments, like, just for watching my video, I appreciate that, man. For subscribing, hitting that like button, like that. You know, you're just. Yeah, you're making me money. That's what I'm gonna say. You're making me money. Thanks for giving me that view to give me that damn 3 cents I earned from that video. Damn it. Nah, I'm playing. Yeah, that's basically all I gotta say. And you know, if you watch the whole video, you know, give it a thumbs up if you watch the whole video. Okay, I need to know how many people actually watch this whole video. I'm not sure how many people are gonna sit through. This is at least 20+ minutes of stuff here, embedded with 2K and Madden. But yeah, cheers to the next 5,700 subscribers, to the next 1.5 million views, and everybody else's success. Damn it. Like I said, I can't be mad at anybody else who's having success in YouTube, in the Madden YouTube community, because, you know, they're just so cool that I really want them to be successful. You know what I mean? I don't care to be more successful than me. I want to be there, up there, of course. I want to have more subscribers than all of them. But it's just a really cool community. I'm just glad to be a part of it. But let's get into this game of Cole real quick here. I'll be right back when we get into this game of Cole real quick. Alright, so as you can see, I've been getting my ass kicked this entire game. game. But once Megatron got injured and left the game, all of a sudden I had new life. And I started actually scoring. Cole's blowing me out by like 40-something points. Now I'm just throwing dots downfield with Pettigrew. I'm still down 21 though, so it's not like I could really win the game or anything. But hell, we're giving it a good effort. And we could actually win a Titus Young actually caught one though. This was played like a month ago or so, so not really like that recent. Titus Young still on the roster. We get a touchdown though, and all of a sudden we're down by 14 points. But he gets the onside kick, effectively ending us. I mean, damn. I mean, I'm not even sure Cole was taking my comeback seriously. But that's just me not giving up. I never give up when I play Madden. I might not take the game 100% seriously, but I just never give up. That's just me. I'm the comeback kid. I'm giving myself a nickname. I'm the comeback kid. When I play from behind the fourth quarter, just give me the ball and I'll score. And all of a sudden, I'm down 7 points. And even though he gets this onside kick, I had 3 timeouts. And Cole is on the verge of possibly giving up the biggest comeback in Madden history. Down by like 40-something points in the fourth quarter or something like that. Now I'm only down 7 points. And he gets stuffed on second down, bringing up a 3rd down and 9. And Cole throws it into coverage. But how the hell did he get that? Thankfully, it's 4th down inches. We call our last timeout, and if he gets the 1st down, it's game for him. If not, we get it, and we get it, baby. We're getting back the ball with 31 seconds left with a chance to tie the game somehow, possibly win if we go for the 2-point conversion. I don't know how he didn't get that sack, but now with no timeout, so it makes stuff happen here. We hit up Burleson on the the comeback route there, and we have to go hurry up here. You know, no timeouts. We just gotta roll. It's like 19 seconds left. Can we do this? We're running out of time. 17, 16. Look at this play design. Oh, this is the perfect play design for RB, but I throw this streak to A. Just looking at the clock, I'm like, I might as well take a shot. And it was the wrong read because, as you're gonna see, I had RB so damn open, and it's a shame because I had this ridiculous comeback, and I gave it up because I had a guy open. That's the worst part. I had a guy open to continue to come back, but damn, I actually made that comeback though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure Cole was not taking the comeback seriously when I was, you know, doing that. He was doing those 4th down and 17 plays. But shit, man, I made that. If I completed the comeback, that would have been something else. But that's for you guys who are wondering why I put up a video of a blowout to talk about. But it wasn't a blowout. Damn it, I came back. But as you can tell, it was random teams picked. We both picked random teams. We both picked random playbooks, and I kept on force feeding it to Megatron. Just kept on getting turned over. Plus, Champ Bailey's playing lockdown defense. The Broncos are just better than the Lions. You know what I mean? But damn, I don't know how the hell I came back. But that's that game, I guess. That's this video. I hope you guys like this video and stuff like that. Answer my question, I guess, that I asked. That's all I can really ask. And subscribe if you haven't. I'm not sure how you're subscribing over this video. Maybe you do. That's cool, you do. And I'll catch you guys next time for more Madden 13 online game. Probably a normal game tomorrow. Yeah. Catch you guys next time.